This is going to be a big episode. There's a lot for us to talk today, so let's just jump right in. As you can see, I tried to play this yesterday, but clearly stopped. I'll explain why in a moment. But first, check out what came in the mail. Check out what I got. I got the Tears of the Kingdom Zelda amiibo and the Ganondorf one. And let me tell you, this one is huge. I did not expect this one to be so big. Pause. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do... First thing we're gonna do is open these. Let's see, can we get that paraglider right away? Brand new Zelda amiibo, there you go. Ooh! I didn't actually expect to get it first try. Sweet! Alright, so we still have this one, the Ganondorf one, so let me just... I got a big mess to clean up after this. Look at how big this one is. Look. You wouldn't think, like, look, there's a huge base for it. So let's see. Can I also get lucky enough? Oh my god, it's not coming off. I don't want to break it. Oh, wow. It's really stuck on there. There we go. Alright, there you go. This one is... He's a big boy. Alright. Nope. A Gloom Sword? Oh, why did I not even expect that? Why did I not even consider that an option? I'll gladly take a Gloom Sword. Alright. So, a couple things for me to mention before we truly get started. Today was Wooper Community Day in Pokemon Go, and I got a whole ton of shiny Woopers. Both Johto and Paldean Wooper. I evolved that one into a shiny Quagsire that straight up looks purple on your screen for some reason. And I also evolved one into a Clodsire. Now, what else I got today was yet another shiny that I have wanted for a very long time. Way past a decade of wanting the shiny. And it's exactly the same thing I said as the last time I said that. Shiny Genesect! But specifically with the blue Douse Drive. I know, this is the third time I've said, I've wanted shiny Genesect for so long. I got, the first one was when I played Kirby, and that was just the regular shiny Genesect. And then I got the Burn Drive. And then, now I got the Douse Drive. But I kid you not. I have wanted shiny Genesect for so long. And the variations I wanted specifically were the red and blue ones. The Burn and Douse Drive. Because to me, those look the best. The other ones I don't really care about. The remaining drives, I don't really care too much about those. But at this point, I may as well just try to get them to complete the set. Oh, I should also mention that just in case you guys are, mad at me, like, lowering the value of those amiibos by opening them, chill. I got two. I got two of them. Alright? Chill out. I bought two. So, chill. Alright, I have another sealed Ganondorf, and the one I just opened. Alright, calm down. Opening amiibos from the packaging for us amiibos collectors is like the equivalent of, like, breaking spaghetti to white people. It's like a big sin to them. Anyways, so, a lot to talk about today. Like, a whole lot. Because, since the last time I played, I have watched a lot of good content. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention. The number of Woopers I got just now, I got 21 shiny Woopers today. So just wanted to say that. And also, since last time, I got a few other shinies. In my Violet game, I got a shiny Coughing, a shiny Wheezing, which I evolved from another shiny Coughing. So I should rather say I got 2 shiny Coughings, one I evolved into a Wheezing. I got a shiny... I got 2 shiny Slugmas. One evolved into a Magcargo. And I got a shiny Litwick. Remember on that list of Pokemon I said I wanted to hunt before? Well, yeah, that's all on there. So anyways, I had to write down everything I needed to say. I might not be able to talk about all of this today. We may need to, you know, save some of this for next time, depending on how long I rant about, or I rant for. Just want to text real quick. Okay. So, since last time, I've watched a lot of stuff. A lot of content came out. And one of them, well, rather 2. I should say a lot of content came out, and some of them already came out, but I hadn't watched it yet. Alright, so since last time, what I watched and what we will be discussing is the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, Attack on Titan's finale, Loki Season 2, Episode 5, Spy X Family Season 2, Episode 5, Invincible Season 2 premiere, the Invincible Adam Eve special, because I hadn't watched that yet. I hadn't watched that yet previously. And also, today, the day I'm playing this, was Fear the Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 8. An actual good episode again. I'm sure some people will be able to find problems with it, but I liked it. Alright, so let's just jump right in. We have a lot to talk about. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is Five Nights at Freddy's. And then I'm going to talk about Attack on Titan. And then Loki. And then probably talk about Invincible, then Spy X Family, then Fear the Walking Dead. Got it? Alright. Oh my god. I ate good as fuck the past week. Because so much content came out for me to watch. And me being free from the shackles of exams, I was able to do whatever I want. I could shiny hunt. I could watch all the stuff I want. It was exhilarating. And I should also mention that the fact that I did mention previously I would work on the vlog. Well, as I said before, I kind of need silence, you know, to edit the vlog, because I need to listen to what it is I'm editing. But, would you guys believe that things just kept on coming up that prevented me from editing? No? You don't believe that? Yeah, I wouldn't believe me either, given my track record. But I'm serious, when it comes to, like, you know, actually doing stuff at work, to all this content coming out that I need to watch, and then keep in mind, after I watch that stuff, I need to watch breakdowns and reviews and Easter eggs and all that stuff. So, the vlog is still coming, like, nearly 3 months later, but it's still coming, I promise. So, let's just talk about it. Let's start. Because if I don't start, then I'm not going to actually get through all of this. Alright, so first, I'm going to talk about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I just want to mention that I went to the theater to watch it with one of my friends. Today is Sunday, and I saw it the most recent Thursday, so I watched it a couple days ago. It's been a few days since I last played this. So, I went with one friend to watch it. We decided to go to the theater. I mean, hell, I even offered him, like, yo, you want to just, like, come over to my place? We just, like, watch it for free? Well, I can HDMI it to the TV, so it could, you know, be on a bigger screen. But he's like, nah, you need the theater experience. Let let me just put these 2 newly opened amiibos away as well. So, my friend and I, we went to the theater to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and the theater was, like, nearly dead empty. It's, you know, a sad sight to see for a theater, because we all know how the theater industry has been struggling the past several years. My ticket cost like $15, but you know what? You know what? It's fine, because, you know, support good films, not the woke shit that Hollywood has been pumping out lately. So, you know, I wanted to support the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, give my money to them, even if the film was a little, you know, I don't want to say a little disappointing. I enjoyed it. I liked it. Let me just say that. I enjoyed the Five Nights at Freddy's film. I would probably give it like a 7 out of 10. Though that is pretty generous. So, yeah, my friend and I, we went to the theater. We were the first 2 in the theater, but to my surprise, like, a good number of people actually came into the screening to actually watch it. Despite it being, you know, a Thursday. Our theater also was, well, no. My screening for the FNAF movie was 4:10 in the afternoon. So it surprised me even more to see so many people there. And when I say so many, that's not a lot in general anyways. You know, it's a Thursday, it's just after school. So anyways, watching this film, I enjoyed it, but I didn't notice some questionable changes to the plot made. You know, I just want to mention that whenever a film, like, there's been trouble behind the scenes making the film, you can tell. When a film has trouble with the script writing, director changes, directional differences, it's like, yeah, you can tell. And this was very obvious. Like, you can tell Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie, this was not the first draft. You can tell that there were some changes made. And yeah, like, we all know that. It's been 8 years since the Five Nights at Freddy's movie was announced. And since then, a lot of writers have changed, directors have changed, studios have changed. So yeah, you can tell that this film was, like, not the first draft. It was not their initial vision for the script. Anyways, enough of that. So we follow, what the hell was the actor's name again? Joshua something. Oh shit, I should have looked this up prior. Josh? No, not Joshua, it's just Josh. Josh Hutcherson, that's his name. I keep forgetting his last name. Josh Hutcherson plays our protagonist, Michael. But last name has been obscured. And we all knew that Matthew Lillard, he would be William Afton, the purple guy. Now, I want to mention this. Matthew Lillard as the purple guy, of course I like the casting, but he was barely in the film. I kid you not, he was in the film for 2 scenes, and that's it. You know, not long after Matthew Lillard was announced to play William Afton, not long after that was announced, he posted on Instagram announcing that he finished acting, like he finished filming for the film. What? He had wrapped shooting for the film there. He finished acting. He's done with the project. He finished. And I was like, that was fast. That was very fast. He only got announced as, you know, he only got announced as a character not that long ago, and he's now announcing that he's done. You know, I just brush it off as, you know what, he's a professional. He's a professional actor. He goes in and gets the job done. Unlike me. If I was an actor, I would never get the job done. I would spend every scene laughing, like, trying to keep a straight face, and just laughing, like, we would never finish the film. So that's what I thought. He's a professional actor. He goes in, acts, does his job, and he finishes. But now I understand why he finished acting for the film so quickly, because he was literally in 2 scenes for the film. Now, of course, as always with filmmaking, there's always deleted scenes that end up on the cutting room floor. So I'm very curious, like, how many scenes did he act for that were deleted scenes? Because, for real, the dude was in the film for 2 scenes. So anyways, enough about that. Enough about Shaggy being William Afton. So, we see Mike. They also added in a bunch of unnecessary story for the film, which I guess is understandable since the games itself doesn't really have that much story. You know, well, I don't want to say doesn't have that much story. The entire premise of Five Nights at Freddy's, like, the big appeal is the story. What I'm saying is, like, gameplay-wise, it's a point-and-click game. There's not a lot of story to the character you play as. What is going on here? So, Mike Schmidt, which they didn't even explicitly say his name. His last name was Schmidt. I'll get back to that. He had a little brother named Garrett, and Garrett got took. Garrett got kidnapped by an unknown assailant, by an unknown figure, when Mike was young, and he spent so many... Oops, turn the volume down. He spent so many years trying to find his brother, to the point, like, he's, like memory theory or whatever, like, all our memories are stored in here. It's just a matter of we have trouble accessing it. So he takes, like, sleeping pills to go to sleep so he can lucid dream and try to see details of his brother's kidnapping to try to find the kidnapper. Yeah, that's all original to the film. But anyways, enough about that. So he worked as a security guard, then goes off on this guy who he believes is abducting a child when it's just the kid's angry father. I think he kind of overreacted, but then again, with his childhood trauma of watching his brother get took. Yeah, but still, he may have... Ooh, I thought I didn't do that fast enough. He may have taken it a bit too far by instantly assuming the kid is getting abducted and then just tackling the father into a fountain and completely, like, kicking his ass. Oh, I should also mention he was a mall security guard. But because of this, he gets fired. And so he needs a new job. So he goes to a career counselor who I didn't see his fake name. I don't know why he has a fake name. But Matthew Lillard's character, he's like, his cover-up job, I guess, is a guidance, not a guidance, is it a guidance counselor? Career counselor, whatever. And this is where you get a hint. I already have this one. This is where you get a hint of Mike's last name. Because he was reading his, like, profile or whatever. He's like, Mike And he just doesn't finish the last name. And then he just turns around like, wait, I have a job for you. Now, I did see a couple of reviews saying, like, he realized this was the brother of the little boy that he kidnapped all those years ago. The way I saw it, because let me just mention this also. I'm a big Five Nights at Freddy's fan. Like, I follow the lore, I do. So, in the games, the Five Nights at Freddy's one protagonist should be Michael Afton. And he uses a fake name, Mike Schmidt, to get a job at Freddy Fazbear's. At least that's the, working theory. So, the protagonist should be the son of William Afton. So, that's what I thought. That's what I thought was the case. I thought that, Mike didn't know that that was his father right in front of him. And he's like, Mike Schmidt, wait, you're my son? You're my son who I abandoned all those years ago, or whatever? Like, that's what I thought. I thought he didn't say the last name because he recognized that was his son. And then he's like, I want to help my son out. I got a job for you. Like, that's what I thought. That was clearly not the case. So he offers him a job working Five Nights at Freddy's. You know, I really thought he was going to say that. Because before I saw the film, I saw a tweet on Twitter of literally the screenshot of him as the guidance counselor. Wait, this is one where you bring to the friend. And it's all the way there, so I already have this one. So, I saw a tweet on Twitter. Well, where else am I going to see tweets? X. So, I saw a tweet. It's a screenshot of Matthew Lillard's character as the guidance counselor. Whoops. And the caption was, like, him on the phone, I want you to work Five Nights at Freddy's. So, because I saw that tweet before I saw the film, I thought that was in the film. I really did. I thought they were going to go that cheesy route of saying the name of the movie in the movie, like how Peter Griffin pointed it out. And my voice just cracked. So I thought that was in the film. So when, you know, he was playing the role of phone guy, talking on the phone, I'm like, say it, say it, say it. My friend was right beside me like, well, say what? I don't know what you want him to say. And then when he didn't say it, I'm like, aw, I thought he was gonna say, I want you to work Five Nights at Freddy's. But that's not what happened. Anyways, so Mike gets the night guard position at Freddy Fazbear's. His job is to be security, which I'm thinking, shouldn't you not sleep on the job? Like, he purposely took his sleeping pills there. I get it, it's night, and you haven't adjusted to your new schedule yet, but shouldn't you, like, not sleep on the job? Whatever. So, like I said, there was a couple things in the film that was a little disappointing. A couple of plot points that I just questioned, like, why did they write it like that? And what baffles me the most is that Scott Cawthon worked very closely with this film. Like, he was there through every step of the process. He was there. He was involved with the script writing, the directing, everything. Scott Cawthon was present. Like, you would think there's no better person to have with you on your team to make a movie than the creator of, you know, the franchise. So, having Scott Cawthon be there every step of the way, like, I don't understand what were some of the choices made. And one choice is, we never saw, like, okay, first of all, let me phrase it like this. The way that Mike discovered the animatronics move was a little disappointing. We did not ever see him, like, do his night guard job, and then see an animatronic missing on the monitor, be like, hey, where'd it go? It's like, oh my god, watching on the monitor, it's coming towards me, I gotta close the door. We never saw that. Instead, what we saw was, the animatronics surrounding and tickling his younger sister, Abby, which I also question as well. Why did they name her Abby? She's clearly supposed to fill the role of Charlotte? No, Charlie? Wait. No, Elizabeth. Wait a second. Oh, I'm missing it. I'm messing it up now. No, Elizabeth. No, Charlie is Henry's daughter. Charlie is Henry's daughter. Elizabeth is Afton's daughter. So why didn't they just name her Elizabeth? You know, in the games, Elizabeth Afton is the sister, or should be the sister, of Mike Afton, the protagonist. So why did they name her Abby? Why not just name her Elizabeth? Another weird plot point. What else? So yeah, it was disappointing to never see Mike look on the monitor and notice the animatronics are moving. That was a little disappointing. When my friend and I left the theater, he said, like, well, he was first of all joking, like he hated it, and I'm like, are you serious? You're serious, you actually hated it. Like, at first I couldn't tell. Like, are you serious? You really didn't like it at all? I can't tell if he was joking on this part or not. He said he hated it because they never played the Five Nights at Freddy's, like, Freddy's theme song. You know, the one that goes like, din, 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 din. That was not in the film at all. And throughout the film, he said he was expecting that. He was hoping for that. And it was not in the film at all. So he said he hated the film because that theme song was not in there. And I'm like, are you actually serious? You're telling me you didn't like the film because that one little tune wasn't in there? I'm like, you better not be joking with me. Are you serious? And then we discussed it. We discussed basically everything we're discussing now. So Vanessa is in this film. Wait, I gotta look up another actress's name, which you'll understand why in just a moment. I keep forgetting her last name. Okay, I got it. So Vanessa is in this film, and a lot of retcons were made with her character. First of all, she shouldn't be around during FNAF 1. But regardless, they also retconned her to be William Afton's daughter, which is very much not the case in the games. But I suppose theorists, and I bet MatPat will do this, I suppose theorists will weasel their way around like how that could work. Something about in the books, I forget if it was William or Henry. I mean, let's, for the sake of it, let's say it's William. Because I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was William. Well, in the books, Charlotte, the character, whatever. I'm pretty sure it was William who built robots of his deceased daughter, like, throughout the ages. Like, he built a robotic version of his daughter at, like, age 5, age 10, age 15. And the robot daughter was just programmed to be like a normal person. Who had no idea that she was a machine. So I suppose some people can, like, weasel their way around that theory that unless you're trying to tell me Vanessa in the film is not human, you can explain that way how she is William Afton's daughter. And the actress who plays Vanessa, first of all, she's bad as hell. Like, goddamn, can I get a hot blonde officer like that to arrest me? What? But I swear to God, is it just me, or does Elizabeth Lail look a lot like Chantal Van Santen? I had to look up her last name. I'm like, is that her? Like, the two actresses look so similar. Anyways, what do I need to do for this Korok? Ah, it's below us. Look at that, my friends here in chat, who I watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie with. I hated FNAF, that movie sucked. So anyways, yeah, Vanessa's in this film. She's William Afton's daughter, which was not the case in the games. I was very confused with her character, because she... What the hell? Half of the Monster Force health bar's gone. Has to be because of the lightning. So I was very confused with the character, because she just kept on popping up and was very vague about her intentions. At one point she showed up and she's just like, do your job, and you know, go home. Another point she's just like, don't come back, or I'll shoot you. Or rather, she said, don't bring Abby back. It's like, first of all, as the audience, you're thinking, how do you know all this stuff? And of course, they explain it later on. Another plot point that I questioned a whole lot. You guys also have to keep this in mind. Like, people like me who are Mega losers, I mean Five Nights at Freddy's fans. People like me who are Five Nights at Freddy's fans who knows the lore, knows the games, know the story. We have an idea of what to expect going into the film. But not the casual audience. Casual audiences, they don't know anything about the game. They just see a movie poster, Five Nights at Freddy's. That looks interesting. So I really have to think, how well would this film had done with casual audiences? And this scene, or rather this plot point, really has me thinking like this was not written for casual audiences. Casual audiences would indeed question this. And the scene I'm talking about is the second out of 2 scenes that Matthew Lillard was in. And that was when he showed up in the yellow bunny suit. He unmasked himself. First of all, he knocked out Mike, so he was unconscious. And I'm just thinking, did Mike even see who was under that mask? I don't think he did. Because he was unconscious, and then when he woke up, he had no reaction to who was the yellow rabbit. There was also no scene at all. No scene at all where he's like, you're the killer? You took my brother? You're the guy who gave me this job. Nothing like that. They just all left the establishment, and it was never acknowledged that he's the killer. Now this has me thinking that casual audiences are going to question this. They saw this dude back at the beginning of the film, you know, giving Mike the job, and he had a different name. And then, out of nowhere, at the end of the film, they see him show back up as the killer with a totally different name. Casual audiences are going to scratch their head like, wait a second, what? You're telling me he's the killer? But he had a different name at the beginning. You stopped enjoying the movie when they found out Freddy and the others were tickling the girl. That's it too! Yeah, and they built a fort and laid around a circle. That was weird. Bro, was this Five Nights at Freddy's? Was this the Five Nights at Freddy's movie or the Happy Tree Friends movie? I see a lot of criticism about the film that way as well. It tries to be a horror film, but it just fails. It's hardly scary. Yes, there was a couple of cheap jump scares, which got me. There were actually very little jump scares. Would you believe that a Five Nights at Freddy's movie has very little jump scares? The biggest jump scares that actually got me was, of all things, Balloon Boy. Because, like, here, oh shit, I dropped my phone. Here, I guess this is the most cartoonish one I have. They just, like, boom, loud sound, boom, him right in the camera. Because I didn't expect that. Yeah, that made me jump with a scare. And it wasn't even the Balloon Boy character. It was just a little doll, just like that just now. It was a little doll of him. So, barely any jump scares. And you complained about this too, my friend watching. You complained about this too the moment we left the theater. You were like, it wasn't really that scary. Like, they didn't show that much gore. And I stood there and I told you, do you know what this film is? This is a PG-13 film, first of all. So PG-13, they cannot show that much gore or violence or swear words. This is a PG-13 film. And it's no mystery why it's PG-13. This is a game based on a children's horror game. We're talking about Five Nights at Freddy's here. The main demographic this film is advertising to is kids. So of course they can't show that much gore and what else. Because this is a PG-13 children's horror game. And where'd that thing just go? Oh, pfft. Go. Yes! Which is a little disappointing, I will say that. There was a couple of bloody moments, but nothing to really make you, like, gag or really make you feel uncomfortable. Just a couple of, yeah, you know, just a couple of, like, cheap moments with the gore. And that's another thing, too. I don't want to say this film is cheap, but you can really tell that this film had a small budget. I mean, that's what Blumhouse is famous for, right? Literally earlier today, I saw on Twitter that this film had hit $20 million at the box office, which, hey, that's fantastic. You love to see films succeed like that, especially if they're made for fans, prioritize storytelling, and is not woke as hell. Anyways. So this film was made on a budget of $25 million, somewhere around there. And they made $200 million. So that's a big return. That's a huge, successful film. And you can tell this film was made cheap with $25 million. There were only like mainly 3 set pieces. The house, the pizzeria, the forest, I think that's about it. A couple of other locations, like the diner with MatPat's cameo. And, oh boy, were there cameos. We saw Corey X. Kenshin there as a cab driver. MatPat was the waiter. They even had him say his line, "It's just a theory." I actually missed that line when I first saw the film, because I was like, oh my god, there he is, shaking my friend, like, there he is, it's MatPat. And then, because of that, because I was being such a noisy little punk in the theater, I completely missed his line of, "It's just a theory." We also saw, like, a blink and you'll miss, not really a cameo, more like a, well, yeah, like a picture cameo of other FNAF YouTubers, 8-Bit Ryan, Baz, Dawko, Razbowski, like all those guys got cameos as employees of the month on the wall. I don't know how to solve this. I need to look this up. Anyway, so you can definitely see this film was made on a cheap budget. The biggest props I gotta give the film is shit, why is the word escaping me? Practical, that's it. The practical effects used for the animatronics. They did not use CGI for those animatronics. They actually built endoskeletons. Oh, I don't know about the endoskeletons. They actually built, you know, mascot furries. So, props to them. And let me tell you, they looked great. You just don't see a lot of that in film these days, where they actually use practical effects, practical props. These days, it's all CGI, and you can tell it's CGI. There were probably a couple scenes you can tell it was CGI, like when you actually saw the animatronics on the camera monitors, that was likely CGI. But when they're actually on screen, they're actually practical effects, and that was fantastic. Most of the budget probably went to making them. So I see one here. Another one here. Somewhere around here. Could have had Freddy's eyes glowing in the dark playing his music instead of just red eyes, and it would still be PG-13. That's a good point. Non-Five Nights at Freddy fans scared when the gang were all killed by the animatronics, versus Five Nights at Freddy's fans scared when the animatronics built a fort and laid in a circle with the protagonist of the film. That's also a thing too. So in the film, these douchebags were trying to get Mike fired by trashing the place. The whole point of his job is to keep people from coming in, you know, from breaking in and making a mess of the place. He had one job: keep people out and keep the place safe. That's two things. They brought that back in the film. And I had I was scratching my head like, but they decided to break in and trash the place during the day when he's off shift. How was that his problem? They kind of explained it afterwards. They explained, like, it's your job to lock up the place so that people don't break in. So if people do break in, it's still on you because you didn't, like, close the place properly. So, yeah. At first I was questioning that, but they kind of answered it in the film. And you know what? Speaking of answers in the film, we didn't really get much. We never got answered what happened to what happened to Mike's brother. We know he got took. Oh, by the way, I already did this, Korok. It's one where you bring to the friend. We know that his brother got took and got dead, but we never really found out his fate. Now, what I believed was he would have been like Golden Freddy. But nope. Nope. To my knowledge, he was not one of the animatronics. Because we saw 5 kids, and there were 5 animatronics. We did see Golden Freddy. It was kind of hard to tell he was Golden Freddy. And that's another thing too. Casual fans aren't gonna know what that is. They're like, wait a second, why did Freddy just show up out of nowhere, look so broken down, and just disappear? Casual audience isn't gonna know that. They're just gonna be like, wait a second. 5 kids, 4 animatronics. Why was there only 4 animatronics? Where's the 5th one? Oh, you're telling me that broken down Freddy is a different character? They probably could have put in a little bit more effort to make him look, you know, golden. But I'll blame that on the, you know, nighttime lighting. Because, you know, at night, it's dark, so it's harder to see color. But anyways. So we never got an answer to what happened to his brother. My prediction is that the kidnapped brother becomes Gregory in the sequel and is explained to be an animatronic. The games already went down a wacky route, so did the books. Now all that's left is the films. It's gonna be LMDs all over again, life model decoys. You're not gonna tell who's human and who's machine. Anyway, so so in this film there was a pretty pointless plot line. So I mentioned just now that I didn't even finish talking about that. We're never gonna talk about all the stuff today. So those dudes, they broke into Freddy's, trashed the place, and they all got killed. One of them killed in a pretty cheap way. She got, like, literally bit in half by Freddy. You know, was that the bite of 87? I find it hard to believe that just like that she would be bitten clean in half like that, but whatever. Throughout the film, there was also, to my surprise, a lot of nods to Sparky the dog. Now, in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, Sparky the dog was a rumored 6th animatronic who would occasionally show up on the cameras, but that was fake. That was Photoshop. That was fake. It never existed. So I was surprised to see a couple of nods to Sparky the dog in the back, lack of better terms, in the back rooms. You saw a dog animatronic. And I'm just like, that's Sparky the dog. They actually nodded to him in this film. Anyway, so those dudes who went in and trashed Freddy's, they were working for Mike's aunt, who wants to take custody of his younger sister, so it would be her niece, in order to get paid by the government every month. I'm just thinking, that is not a financially smart decision. Let's assume, I don't know how much the government gives for that. The film also takes place in the year 2000, so keep that in mind. How much the government pays, let's just give a rough estimate, $1,500. She gets a check for $1,500 a month to raise a child. You know that child's gonna cost way more than that a month, right? So you're actually going to be losing money if you take custody. But anyways, I'm trying to find where this Korok is. So it's next to where the hot springs are. That doesn't help. It's all surrounded by hot springs. And she had a lawyer in this film, and he did nothing. He just sat there with this concerned look on his face, and he did absolutely nothing in the film. He could have not been in this film, and nothing would have changed. He had absolutely no purpose in this film. Makes me wonder why they even wrote him in. Damn, I just missed a lizard there. Trying to find this damn Korok. My friend was disappointed that not many people recognized MatPat in the film. Did you guys also notice that on his like name badge right here, it said Ness? You know, are you trying to hint at his theory that Ness is Sans? Anyways. So the ant played like not that much of a role. They could have written her out, and they could have not included her, and the film basically would not have changed like damn near at all. Woo! Look at this. So the lamest part of the film, I don't want to say the lamest, but this part was pretty lame. So, you know, the reveal of William Afton. Now, Vanessa, they threw this line in, because otherwise it'd be like, well, why don't the animatronics just attack him when they see him? Vanessa threw a line in where the kids, excuse me, the kids don't remember what happened. Excuse me, Jesus. The kids don't really remember what happened, so they don't remember who killed them or what really happened. But they do remember a yellow rabbit, because, you know, that one kid that Mike keeps talking to in his dream, he drew a rabbit. There was even a picture, a drawing on the wall at Freddy's of the 5 kids playing with a yellow rabbit. And then Vanessa also said that he had control of them somehow. So, the way that they turned on William Afton was kind of stupid. Abby drew a picture depicting the yellow rabbit killing the kids, and then they're like, wait a second, you killed us. And I'm just thinking, that was so stupid. They saw a picture, and then they turned on him. And this is what I mean. They had that one line. Why can't I find this damn Korok? They had this one line in the film. The kids don't remember what happened. But I'm thinking, don't they remember a yellow rabbit? I know they remember that. They at least remember a yellow rabbit. And I'm thinking, so they don't remember what the yellow rabbit did. They just remember a yellow rabbit being there, but not the fact that the yellow rabbit killed them. And I literally told my friend after we left the theater, I can already see the pitch meeting for this. Oh, it's probably going to be really hard for the kids to turn on Afton and kill him. Actually, it's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. I can promise you, that's more than likely going to be in the pitch meeting. Barely an inconvenience. Super easy for the animatronics to turn on him. I also found this kind of questionable. Why exactly did the animatronics, the kids, want Abby? Now, I get it that the kids, they're sad and lonely. They want Abby because she's a kid like them, and she's joyful and positive. But wouldn't, you know, the kids in the suits, the victims, not want any more kids to fall victim to the same fate. So, like, why would they want to basically kill Abby and make her one of them? Why would the kids want to do that to another kid who is innocent? That had me scratching my head too. You just have to brush it off as, like, William Afton had control of them somehow. He wanted them to kill another kid. It's like, you can tell that there were some moments where the writing was not the best. Oh my god, why can't I find this goddamn Korok? It's a very small cave entrance somewhere. Maybe because I'm so far away from it. That could explain it. Oh, I'm already wearing it. The disappointment when the line, "I want you to spend 5 nights at Freddy's" was not said. That was my fault. Okay, that was my fault. I saw it on Twitter and I thought it was in the film. So that's not a fault of the films. That's my own fault. I had unjustified or whatever expectations that never should have been there to begin with. What else to talk about the film? So, William Afton gets spring-locked. Once again, it's a PG-13 film, so they couldn't show too much, which is a little disappointing. I would have wanted to, hear the killer of children scream and suffer as spring logs dig into his bones and organs. But, he actually took it like a champ. He manned up and just, like, endured it all without actually screaming in pain. Aww. I thought I could get that butterfly. Anyways. Why can I not find this Korok? It's a very small cave. Why can't I find this? Okay, I need to be... I think it's, like, right about here. How long did I spend finding this one Korok? Has it been, like, 20 minutes of me just blindly wandering around finding this? There we go! Here it is! Fuck, man! Is there anything I missed about the FNAF movie? I did see complaints that the film kept on jumping back to that damn forest too many times. Mike's dream, where he keeps on going back to where his brother got took. I see complaints online that people saying the film went back to that location too many times. I don't know. It's like, what do you guys think? Is it here? Yeah, it's here. Right here. What else? So, here's my thoughts about the film, like other things to talk about. So I mentioned earlier, I thought William Afton was gonna be Mike Schmidt's father, because that should have been the case in the games, but that was not the case in the film. Because we saw in the many flashbacks and even family photos that he had 2 parents, and the father was clearly not Matthew Lillard. But they left it vague. Mike's saying what happened to his parents. Mom died, and dad, well, and he just cuts off. He doesn't finish saying what happens to his dad. I don't know. You better not tell me that he's adopted. Or, it's like a stepfather and he didn't know. He thought he was his real father this whole time. Like, man, that'd be kind of lame. You see, like, there's so many questionable writing choices in this film that me, as a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, a fan of the lore, the story, really has me questioning, like, why did you write it that way? You know, I'm not saying it's easy to write a movie. I'm not saying, like, I could do a better job. But, like, come on, I could have done a better job. I could have written a Five Nights at Freddy's movie that was, I don't want to say better, but, like, probably more satisfying for fans. Like, once again, we never saw the core aspect of Five Nights at Freddy's, that is looking at monitors and seeing the animatronics move. We never saw that. In a way we did when those dudes broke in and trashed the place, but they weren't looking at the monitors and watching them move. That one guy did. They saw Chica put the cupcake into the vent, but that's about it. We never saw, you know, Mike the night guarding, like doing his job in the monitor room, and saw the animatronics moving on the computer monitors. We never saw that. Instead, what we got was how he discovered the animatronics move. They were tickling his sister. I can't be the only one who's a little disappointed by that, right? We never saw them move on the monitors. Now, what's the fastest way to get there? Probably just a tower again. Make Five Nights at Freddy's 2 rated R? They can't do that. After the box office success this film grossed $200 million on a budget of $25 million. And that was rated PG-13. They are not going to alienate probably 90% of their audience by making it rated R. Sorry, just had to make sure. If they made it rated R, then kids would no longer be able to watch the film, which means not as much as money. What? Not as much money, which means not as big of a success. Now, had this film bombed, maybe there could have been a chance that the sequel would be rated R. But because this film was a massive success, not a chance in any lifetime the sequel is rated R. Not a chance. No way. Impossible. And you know that's the truth. See, people like me, we have an idea of how Hollywood works. Why would they risk making less money on a sequel by making it rated R when the first film, being rated PG-13, did so successful? That's just not how it works in the movie industry. Now, if it was unsuccessful, you try to make changes and you try to appeal to the audience. But because what they did worked, just stick with it. Do the same thing again, obviously with a different script and a couple of changes to keep it fresh. You feel what you know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard. Disney! So is there anything else for me to talk about when it comes to the FNAF film? Oh, wait. I forgot to mention this. The end credits. The end credits was the Living Tombstones Five Nights at Freddy's song. I did not expect that. That caught me by surprise. I think I heard prior that that song would be in the film, but, you know, watching the film, I completely forgot. So when that song played as the end credits, yo, I kid you not, I was like cheering. I was like, oh my god, they're using that song! Can you guys tell I'm a big loser? I mean, a big Five Nights at Freddy's fan? Hey, look at that, there's a chest in the water. How do I want to get that? There was also one scene in the film where, first of all, Abby found out that they found the, what is it, adoption papers? I don't think so. It's, the papers that would give custody to his aunt. She found that, and she didn't want that. Then later on in the film, the aunt shows up, you know, like, basically kind of like the evil stepmother shows up. And she's like, I hate you, I don't want to go with her. And I'm just thinking, he probably just called her to babysit. I don't think they were there to discuss, like, I'm giving you to her because she can take care of you better than I ever could. No. I think all he wanted to do... What am I doing? I think all he wanted to do was just say, I need to go out for a bit, she's gonna watch you. I think that's it. I think he just called her to babysit. This is what I'm looking for. Jeez, why'd I spend like 2 minutes looking for it? Wow, that was... that threw further than I expected. You know, when it comes to Link throwing stuff, it doesn't always look like he can throw that far. All that for this. And I can't even have it, too. You know what, fine, keep your arrows. Anything else to talk about the Five Nights at Freddy's film? If not, we're just gonna move on to the next thing to talk about. How many things do I have to talk about today? I wrote them all out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 things to talk about today, and I'm only now finished talking about the first thing an hour later. I am not getting through all of it. Well, I could. Some of them don't need me to talk about them for an hour. Oh, you're right, the poster. So, after my friend and I, we watched the movie, when we left the theater, this dude was just standing there. Well, I say this dude, the guy working at the theater, of course, and he was just like, you want a poster? You want a poster? And he just handed us a Five Nights at Freddy's poster. Because you may or may not have damaged yours. So, yeah. After we saw the film, we just got a free poster. So, there you go. I mean, you've already seen this poster. But, look. After we saw the film, we walked out, and they just handed us a poster. Neat. And I also want to mention this. I need to show you guys this. Because I purposely didn't mention this at the top. I saved this for after the film, because this happened after the film. After the film, my friend, he was waiting for his ride. I'm telling your story, by the way. We sat there and chilled for a bit, waiting for his ride. Being the absolute, like, loser that I am, I always got Pokemon Go open. The grind, gotta continue. And while we were waiting, I got a hundo. Look at this. While we were waiting, after we saw the FNAF movie, I got a hundo Sunkern. And the crazy thing is, my friend, he opened his game, caught the same Sunkern, and it was also a hundo. So the two of us got the same hundo Sunkerns right after the FNAF movie. Now, for those who don't know, in Pokemon Go, the spawns are all the same. The spawns are all the same. So I could have, like, my game open, my friend can have his game open, we could be in the same area, the spawns are the same. So, I catch a hundo, if he catches the same thing, it too will be a hundo. Like, the spawns are the same. So, that was crazy to me. I got a hundo, and so did he. Oh shit, don't drop your phone, dumbass. So unless there's anything else to talk about for the film, I think we should move on to the next topic. But before we do, I have a couple of more McDonald's Pokemon cards. So how about after each topic we talk about, we open up one of these bad boys, So first, let's Let's see. Let's see what kind of cardboard with ink I get this time. What's my goal for this, you may ask? Just to complete the set. Just to get one of each card. I'm not gonna go crazy like I did last time. Or, not last time, but like I did before, trying to get, like, a holo of each card. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm just gonna try to get one of each card. Okay. So, there's the cloth. What is that? Kirlia. Tandemaus. Okay, I don't have that one yet. I don't think so. Kilowattrel, and that's it. 4 cards. Wait, it's this way. How do I get there? Where is it? Is it below or what? Or is that it? Yep, that's it. Alright, let's talk about the next topic. And that is Attack on Titan's final episode. That aired last night from me playing this. That's why, earlier when I started, there was a autosave that went nowhere. That's because, you know, it wasn't out online yet. So I tried to play this, and then it came out. So I stopped doing this, and I went and watched it. And, ooh, no wonder this took so long. You saw just how beautifully this thing was animated. For people, like, complaining, why do we have to wait long breaks? Well, this is why. You want quality? You gotta wait for it. And there's also people I know complaining about the CGI, the 3D, the use of 3D for the Titans. I'm thinking, if you're complaining about waiting, and you want hand-drawn Titans, you're gonna wait a lot longer than that, brother, let me tell you. You think waiting like 6 months for the continuation, the finale, was bad? If you wanted everything hand-drawn, you can expect, like, that final part not to drop for like 2 years. So this final part picked up where the last part ended off, with our characters landing on Eren's founding Titan. I also find it kind of ridiculous that our characters call Eren's fish bones of a Titan the Attack Titan. To me, I would call that the founding Titan. Don't you think? But anyways. So, there's a twist. In attempts to stop Eren, Eren unleashes a ton of the previous Titan shifters. What? Eren uses Titan hardening to create copies of the 9 Titans of past ages. Did what I just say make any sense? If you saw it, you know exactly what I just said. And, yo, that was cool as hell. Seeing all those, like, past iterations of the 9 Titans. Yo, that was crazy seeing the Armored Titan fighting the Armored Titan of the past. Seeing so many different past versions of the Warhammer Titan. Yo, I want to see more of that Samurai Warhammer Titan. That's what I want to see more of. So their plan was to use dynamite to blow up Eren's Titan's nape on the neck. Yeah, somewhere over here. I'm surprised it let me pin there. It usually doesn't let you pin right in the middle of the air. But then the forces of the Titans tried to stop them. Armin, his plan was to become the Colossal Titan and blow up the bones. But then, it's really hard to tell what these Titans are. Like, was that the Beast Titan, the Cart Titan, the Jaw Titan? It could have been a combination of all of them. Just like Eren is a combination of the Attack Titan, the Warhammer Titan, the Founding Titan. So it could have been a combination of them. But not Eren, but Armin gets took by, what was it, an Okapi? Whatever it's called. So, not a lot to say, just a lot of action, drama, amazing animations, them fighting the Titans on top of Eren. Now, it has me thinking, like, if all of these Titans are created with Titan hardening, why do they bleed? Where is that blood coming from? Oh well, who cares? It's not like the laws of physics really matter in the world of Attack on Titan. Do not blow away my apples, damn you. I'm just trying to get on top of you! I went through every sage before the one I wanted. I think this is it. This is the last Korok for this area. Oh, geez, that's a lot of Koroks for the next area. 87 in total. What else happened in the finale? Oh yeah, we saw Falco's flying Jaw Titan. It's a Jaw Titan influenced by Zeke's Beast Titan blood. I'm trying to see, where is this Korok at? I need to zoom back out and see where this is. Okay, we start from the tower. Start from the tower. Over here. Oh shit, where is it? Okay, let's try this again. No, go down. Here it is. What else? I should have took notes. That's what reviewers do. They take notes. I'm basing this all off of memory. So the big fight, a hardened Colossal Titan shows up. Okay, let's try to... No, you know what? Let's use this. So they all fight. Falco's Jaw Titan shows up, saves them all, but then they have to rescue Armin, who is in the mouth of a Titan. They also like paid attention to detail. That Titan's tongue went into Armin's mouth. I know that's kind of gross, but still, like, it prevents Armin from like biting his own tongue and transforming into the Colossal Titan. So that's a pretty cool attention to detail. I only came in here to get that. I'm not going in there yet, because I do see I didn't get the Bubble Frog in there yet. So we get this epic battle of Titans. And, man, at the very least, what Eren could have done, like, had he been allowed to, is just wipe out every Marleyan. Goddamn, Marleyans are despicable. Aren't they? And I was starting to like that guy too, that General... what's his name? Like, he was the guy who, like, was announcing at the end of the last part. And then he came here to end the conflict between Eldians and Marlians. And then, at the end, he held his guns up to them again, and I'm just like, God damn it. There's a reason Eren tried to kill all of you guys. So, anyways, they successfully save Armin. They blow up Eren's Titan head. And then Armin turns into the Colossal Titan and destroy the bones. Destroy the fish skeleton of a Titan. Which I initially, like, before seeing how this story played out, I initially thought that in order for Eren to turn into that giant, like, skeleton of a Titan, I thought he needed to have all 9 Titans to do that. That's what I thought. I thought Eren needed to have all 9 Titans to be able to turn into that giant Titan. But then that couldn't have worked because Armin was the Colossal Titan. And there was no way Eren was going to kill Armin and get the Colossal just to turn into that. You know what? I'm lazy. I'm not going to walk there. I'm going to fly there. But clearly I was wrong. I also want to mention that I didn't really get anything spoiled for me before going into this finale. The only thing I knew about this before going in was Mikasa holding Eren's severed head. And that's about it. That's like the only real thing I got spoiled. I didn't know the context, I didn't know how or when it happened. I just saw that one frame, that one panel, and that's all I really knew. The only other thing I knew, like I got spoiled, but I completely forgot going in, was Eren's Colossal Titan. I had forgotten that I had seen Eren's Colossal Titan design before. And going in, I completely forgot about it. So it was a big surprise to me still. So I'm happy to say that I didn't really get spoiled on anything before going in. Yes, I was spoiled of Eren's death, but it's like, is that really a spoiler? The way I saw Attack on Titan's story ending, no possible way Eren survives. The way the story played out, there was no way the story would let him live after that. Because after what he did, committing mass genocide, nobody would let him live. And, you know, if somebody didn't kill him to stop him, he would have had only a couple years left due to Ymir's curse. So, no matter what, the story was always leaning towards Eren's death. So it's like, not really much of a spoiler. I expected Eren to die no matter what, anyways. Bruh. Ooh, at least I failed to get these. It also has me questioning how exactly is Eren able to turn into the Colossal Titan? Because he doesn't exactly have the Colossal Titan. Anyways. And then, out of, you know, Eren's severed Titan head comes this giant worm centipede thing. I know it has an official name, I'm just not... I'm blanking out on the name right now. Well, first of all, it's a lot bigger than I previously thought. Pause. Because when we saw it first attach itself to Founder Ymir, it was very small. And then, Now we see it. It trumps the Armored Titan in size. So did it like grow over the 2,000 years, or like can it change its size since Aaron's Titan was enormous? And we didn't exactly see what happened to that thing. We didn't see it die. It survived a Colossal Titan explosion. All we saw was the armored cart and female Titan holding it back, and then we saw Mikasa kill Eren. And then we just never go back to that thing. I assume it died because Eren died? We kinda just, you know, forgot about that. So, Mikasa kills Eren. She cuts his head off. You know, it's very sad that Eren and Mikasa never got their happy ending. They never got together. This whole time of the will it or won't they? What? Will they or won't they? Well, they won't. They never will. And that's so sad. That's not the only person who died. Zeke also died. Okay, I don't know what popped it. Yo, Levi did not hesitate and just swiftly chopped his head off. Anyway, so, before Zeke died, he and Armin were in the paths where they saw all their known deceased, Titan shifters. People like Grisha, people like, Mr. Kavash, that guy who played catch with Zeke. We even saw Bertolt, Porco and Marcel, Ymir as well. Like, they all helped out in the final fight. They took control of Eren's hardening versions of their Titans and helped them. Man, like, remember when we hated Bertolt because he was the Colossal Titan and he caused so much destruction for our characters? I feel so bad for him. Because Armin even said, too, like, he took everything away from Bertolt. He took his life, his power, and, well, Armin didn't say it, but he also took his girl, too. Did Bertolt really deserve that fate? I don't think so. He was a good character. He did bad things, but that was because he was a child manipulated by Marley. Like, he didn't know any better. And he came to grow regret for all his actions. So I don't think Bertolt deserved the fate that he did. Even if it was, you know, a little satisfying to see. What else am I missing? What else am I missing from the AOT finale? Oh, a lot of stuff, I can guarantee you. But I'm trying to think, like, specifically, what do I want to talk about? Eren revealed that he controlled the Smiling Titan and allowed the Smiling Titan to approach and eat his mother. At first, I'm like, what? How did you do that? Last I checked, the Founding Titan is able to control pure Titans when in contact with royal blood. Okay. You were in contact with Zeke for quite a while in order to achieve the rumbling. But I don't recall ever hearing, like, in the rules, you can, you know, transcend time and control Titans through time. Now, the way I see that being possible is that, specifically, Eren needed all these puzzle pieces. He needed Founding Titan, Attack Titan, and connection to royal blood. Because what was missing from that? Uh, Founding Titan can control. The show makes it. Founding Titan can basically do anything. Connection to Royal Blood is control pure Titans. Attack Titan is see the future, give messages to the past Attack Titan shifters. So that's how I see it's possible. Whoops. No. Put that away. Eren needed Founding Titan and and connection to Royal Blood in order for that to work. And he also needed the Attack Titan's time manipulation in order to be able to control the Smiling Titan in the past. That's how I see it. It's not explained, that's just how I see it. He needed all of that in order to do it. Oh, come on. Eren also revealed that he wiped out 80% of humanity, and that's a lot. That is a lot. So Eren revealed that his plan this whole time was to drive his friends as far away from him as possible so that they would kill him. They would kill Eren Yeager, the monster who nearly destroyed the world, so that his friends would be known as heroes. Oh, I was expecting a floral ring. Wasn't there a... No, there wasn't... No, I'm thinking of something else. I was about to say, wasn't there a Hinox here in the last game? No, I'm thinking of another location. Eren also finally showed his, like, true self, not hiding behind this, like, cold exterior facade he was putting on, where he's just, you know, an angry child, lashing out, and, you know, who just gained too much power. Eren doesn't want to die. He doesn't want Mikasa to move on with another man. He doesn't want any of that. What he wants is to be with his friends and, you know, live with the people he loves. But he can't do that. He's doomed to die anyways. And people overseas see him as a monster. They too want him dead. Okay, so I already have this one. So because he can't have the life he wants, instead he's going to protect his friends by destroying everything. What? That wasn't the Korok. Wait a second. Oh, there's two Koroks here. So I already got that, but there's another Korok like damn near beside it. So we get this like super epic Colossal Titan versus Colossal Titan fight. Armin's Colossal Titan versus Eren's Colossal Titan. That was epic. Two kaijus fighting. We also saw, like, this part was, like, the most shocking part to me. I did not get this spoiled. I did not know this was happening. Or this would happen. So I had, like, a giant face when it happened. Whatever that worm thing that came out of Eren's neck when his nape got exploded, whatever that thing was, it released gas that was the same thing as, like, Zeke's spinal fluid gas that would turn Eldians into pure Titans. And some of our favorite characters were there. Connie, Jean, Gabby, all of them got turned into Titans. And I'm just like, oh shit. And we all know what that means. Once you get turned into a pure Titan, that's basically it for you. Unless you somehow manage to eat a Titan Shifter, you are basically dead. And even if you manage to eat a Titan Shifter, you only have 13 years left. So that had me completely shocked. That Jean and Connie, they got that fate where they turned into Titans. They were basically doomed. So that had me super shocked. So that thing, according to Reiner, summoned its troops. I love the way he phrases that. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Where is it? Why do I hear it but not see it? What the? Oh, wait! Why didn't I see this? Okay. I could have just thrown a bomb, couldn't I? Instead of using my bow. So we end with Mikasa killing Eren by cutting his head off, and that's it. The rumbling is gone. That thing that was the source of all Titans is gone. I'm assuming it's dead because Eren died. We never actually followed up with it. All the Titans are gone. So, no more Titans. In fact, no more Titans to the point. This is another 2 Koroks, by the way, so let's see if I did this. I should have. Yeah, it's here. So one here, and then one here. I'm flying back up. Mikasa kills Eren, ending all Titans, to the point where even the Titan Shifters, they lost their Titan powers. Annie is no longer the female Titan. Reiner is no longer the armored Titan. Pieck is no longer the cart Titan. You know, Armin no longer the colossal Titan. The curse has been lifted from them. They no longer only live 13 years. So they get to live long, fulfilling lives now. Like, also, Jean and Connie, they got turned back to human, so lucky them. Same with Gabby and Reiner's mom. Go for the red one first. So, I don't want to say it's a happy ending, because it really wasn't. Eren died. 80% of humanity was wiped out, but they weren't able to... They were able to stop the rumbling. Yay. Eren gets buried where, you know, the series began, under that tree that, you know, he used to nap under. And then... Okay. Jeez, that scared me so much just now. It sounded like someone was like frantically running down the stairs in my house, as if like something bad had just happened. It kind of sounded like that. It sounded like something bad just happened. My family members were like frantically running down the stairs to like go and take care of it. So for a second I thought, is there like an emergency in my house? No, it's just my sister playing catch with my dogs. That's what that banging sound was. It's just a ball hitting the floor. I thought someone was like running down the stairs. And you know what? Speaking of dogs, did you guys catch, like, out of all the past Titan shifters, the past 9 Titans, did you guys catch the straight up just a dog Titan? You guys picked up on that? I want to see more of those. Hell, give me an Attack on Titan spin-off where we follow one of these previous, not one of 9 Titan shifters. I want to see, like, the story behind the Samurai Warhammer Titan. I want to see the story behind the straight up just a dog Titan. The Serpent Titan. I want to see the backstory of that. I want to see this stuff. Hell, give me a spin-off prequel with that stuff. So, Aaron's dead. Everyone's living their lives. What do I do for this Korok? Okay. Oh, I guess I was wrong about my initial theory on who the father of Historia's baby was. Previously, before I watched this, voice crack, I theorized that Eren was the father to Historia's baby. No. No, that is clearly not the case. That was my theory, and that is wrong. It was just some random no-name character. They didn't even show his face. Ain't that a bitch? I don't want to say my idea was better. I don't want to say that Eren being the father would have been a better idea. Because, well, for the first time, we see that Eren... You know what? It doesn't matter anymore. For the first time, we see that Eren does indeed feel the same for Mikasa. I don't want to hear anyone say, well, they didn't make it clear, so he may not have. Shut up. He did. He loves her back, so shut up. For the first time, we actually see that Eren does indeed love Mikasa back. So that would have been a huge betrayal to her. Like, oh yeah, I impregnated Historia like a year ago just because she needed to have a baby to prevent being turned into a Titan. So if it was written that Eren was the father, then that would just bring up a whole bunch of like drama and conflict that was unnecessary. But damn it, I kind of wish that was the case instead of just a nobody character. Oh well. What are you gonna do, right? Oh, we also get this very somber moment. We get this very, very tear-jerking moment where Eren's dead, all the Titans are gone, it's finally all over. We see our characters see, you know, previously deceased characters. Levi sees everyone he once knew. Erwin, Hanji, his previous squad. He sees everyone he knew and loved who was dead. Like, and they actually showed up in front of him too. It wasn't just him hallucinating. Because we also saw Connie and Jean, they saw Sasha's ghost. So they really saw those characters. Those characters really showed up before them. It wasn't just our characters hallucinating them. And where is this? I'm trying to find where this Korok's location is. Is it over here? No? Okay, I need to look back again. So that was a real tearjerker. Seeing Levi finally say, like, dedicate your heart, because, you know, he's not one to say that cheesy shit. But he finally said it. After the fight is finally over. After his friends' sacrifices finally were not meaningless. Finally, you know, meant something. And it was also so sad to see Sasha there too. So the end of the story, Aaron's dead, he's buried. A big flash forward in time happens where the credits, we see that, well, Mikasa just lives her life, grows old throughout the years, visits Aaron's grave, brings her grandchildren to see Aaron's grave. In my mind, she ended up with Jean. And then we see Mikasa die of old age, still wearing the scarf. Surprisingly enough, she's been wearing that dirty ass thing for decades. And then we see a massive time jump forward, is what I should say. We see that civilization has been rebuilt. The walls on Paradise Island have been taken down. That was already taken down when Eren unleashed a rumbling. But instead of, like, the villages, the village settlements that we previously saw on Paradise, we saw actual skyscrapers, technology, modern day buildings get established. And then we see war break out again. We see conflict. We see battles. We see heat-seeking missiles nuke the city, which is just a sad truth on reality that war and conflict is inevitable. Even if Eren wiped out 80% of humanity, eventually it will repopulate, and eventually conflicts and wars will break out again. But through thick and thin, the tree survived. And you know what I thought when I saw that? I'm like, this kind of looks like Futurama's pilot. You guys remember when Fry got frozen? It showed, like, the day and night cycles, and then it saw buildings be built up, fall back down, built back up again, destroyed by aliens, all that stuff, and I'm just like, I just thought, this looks just like Futurama's first episode. If you want, like, Attack on Titan finale without context, just look up Fry getting frozen. Attack on Titan finale be like. Whoops. So the next Korok. One here, and there's also one here as well. And then we see the way that the entire story, overall, the entire story closes out in a very, very, very far dystopian future. We see this individual with a dog. They approach the big-ass tree, which is, where Eren was buried all those centuries, if not millennia ago. And it's mirroring the way the story first started. The way that Founder Ymir walked into a little, why is it foggy on my screen? The way that Founder Ymir walked into a little opening in a giant tree, she fell in, and, that thing attached itself to her, and that's how Titan started. It just started again. The cycle, the story looped back, and it restarted. Unless you're telling me that, like, thousands of years in the future, like, basically the entire story is going to happen again. Titans are gonna start a great Titan war, blah 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 blah. Like, yikes. That's it. That's a pretty horrific and bloody storyline. A pretty terrible cycle to repeat. Are we gonna get an Attack on Titan sequel that follows this? What am I doing? That follows this person and you know, a new generation of Attack on Titans? I don't know, maybe in like a couple decades from now we'll get a continuation story like that. Oh, we may not even need to wait that long. So Attack on Titan is finally finished after 10 years of, you know, the show being on, even though there was 4 years of that 10 years with absolutely nothing. You guys, if you guys don't know, I didn't start watching Attack on Titan until Season 2 aired. So, I was not there when Season 1 aired, and then I did not have to endure the grueling 4-year wait. No. I started watching Season 1 when Season 2 came out. So I caught up on Season 1, then I watched Season 2. So for me, there was no 4-year wait. But since Season 2, I have been caught up. Since Season 2, I have been watching well, no, I don't want to say every week the episodes came out. Because I did watch all of Season 3 after all of Season 3 aired. Season 3 airing, I didn't watch it week by week. Season 3, I watched it all at once. And then there was a, well, I watched Season 3 Part 1, not realizing Season 3 was split up into 2 parts. So I finished all of Season 3 Part 1. I'm like, damn it, I gotta wait for Season 3 Part 2. And then I looked it up. I looked up scenes. I'm like, wait a second. I haven't seen these scenes yet. And I'm like, oh shit. Season 3 Part 2 is already out. And so I binged it. And so ever since, I have been caught up. And I have to say that Attack on Titan, honestly, Attack on Titan is one of, if not the best fictional stories I have ever seen. I'm not kidding. I truly believe that Attack on Titan is like one of the greatest fictional stories ever told. I really do. It is just that amazing, that impressive. Well, I feel like I may be forgetting. What am I doing? I already pinned the next one. I feel like I'm forgetting some other stuff to mention about AOT. Something I definitely want to read, something I want to do at some point is rewatch the entire series. Since it's been so long since I rewatched the first few seasons, you know, now I can go back with context and just be like, how hard does it hit differently now that I know the context? Oh boy, I see trees. What happens if I cut the tree down first? Gwa! Our disguise were perfect, but you really are a threat to, of the Yiga clan. This is revenge for Master Koga. Do I still get the bananas, though? Did you practice that laugh in unison? They were like, he's going for the banana, stop him! Face the power of my, first of all, pants. Face the power of my best defense and attack up! What even happened just now? The hell was that just now? Did you hear that? Pussies. Anyways. What else am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting to say some stuff about AOT's finale. Well, it was spectacular. That's all you need to know, so go watch it if you haven't. And if you have, go watch it again! Trying to really think. Like, I feel like I forgot some stuff to mention. Well, that cup's out of water, but I do have a cup with a little bit of lemon tea left in it. I really shouldn't be drinking this late at night, because I want to sleep tonight. Speaking of which, daylight savings or whatever happened. So now we actually gained an hour of sleep because we went back an hour. So what would have been 1 a.m. would now be 12 a.m. So we gained an hour to sleep. Fantastic, I love it. But I'm gonna hate it when it comes time to change the clocks back. Go back an hour. Which means we would lose an hour of sleep. But then it would just balance itself out so that, you know, we didn't lose any time. I find it kind of redundant. Kind of pointless, don't you guys? At one point in the year, we go forward an hour. At another point, we just go back, so nothing changes. Like, why didn't we just not change anything? Well, what do I know, right? I'm just an idiot who doesn't understand how things work. Because these things happen for a reason. There's a reason we change our time back or forward an hour. There's a reason we do that. If there wasn't a reason, then we wouldn't do it. Well, oh, the soundtrack. The soundtrack for Attack on Titan is superb, as always. Visually, it was stunning. Like, Attack on Titan is just... mwah. Chef's kiss. Oh, is it me? Or is Mappa really bad at drawing Eren either young or with short hair? Is it me, or are they really bad at doing that? That scene with the alternate timeline or alternate events of Mikasa confessing her love to Eren, and so they run off together. Eren looks so bizarre there with the short hair. Like, him being older, of course, but with the shorter hair. Oh, I was expecting to have to climb up the tree. Jesus Christ. Hey, I mashed the A button there. Not a floral ring? Well, maybe the floral ring is up there. What is that? Swift Violet. Once again, I keep wanting to call it Swift Velvet. Is that a velvet cake? Where's my swim option? There it is. I really can't think of anything else to say for Attack on Titan. Oh! How do I get there? What's the fastest way there? Fastest way might just be on foot. Okay, forget the Korok. Even though we're standing right next to it, forget the Korok. Give me that nighttime speed up. I'm really trying to think. Is there anything else I'm forgetting about AOT? I don't think so. Oh shit. I can't do that. I need the sticky armor. Okay, so I can't think of anything else to talk about for Attack on Titan. I'm gonna move on to talking about Loki in a moment. First, let me get this star fragment and also open another pack of K-Yards. That is further than it looks. Where exactly is that? Yeah, that's further than it looks. I only hope I can make it there in time. Especially since it's raining, too. I command you to not slip! Did it stop raining? Don't you get away from me, frog! I need lots more of these frogs. Come to Papa. Nice. So anyways, the Korok we're going after was over here. And then there's one, yeah, right about here. God, why is this so uncomfortable right now? What's the quickest way to get there? Might just be to fly back from where I currently am. You know what? Let me open, if you guys don't mind. What are you gonna do to stop me? Well, let me just open one of these, and then let's talk about Loki. I did say I want to open one of these in between each topic, so let's open one of these real quick. You know, nowadays people are opening like 151 packs, and here I am opening, I already see what the first one is, opening Pokemon McDonald's packs. Ooh, prove to you guys that I'm opening them. There's the Sprigatito, the Hollow Sprigatito. Cyclizar, Flittle, and Sandaconda. I'm trying to think, what cards am I missing from this deck? Probably should have looked that up. Alright, let's talk about Loki now. Loki Season 2, Episode 5 is the most recent episode from me. Or for me. And this episode followed up from, obviously followed up from the previous episode. It followed up from what happened, the aftermath of the temporal loom melting down, and that... I didn't even see you. And that, wave of temporal energy washed over the TVA and our characters. And we were left wondering what happened. Did time itself collapse in? Is the multiverse gone now? Well, not exactly. Is that... You have honey stuck to you? So, this episode opens up with Loki alone in the TVA. And I gotta say, pretty liminal. I like it. I want a liminal game just exploring the TVA. Can someone please make that? Please. Make me a Backrooms TVA game. Better than nothing. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Ooh, more stuff to pick up. I hate you, Toolin. You know, I ought to just use up my bow. Or not. I was about to use my bow on you. Guess not. And my shield is pretty broken. It's about to break. No! Trash that. Get this. So, Loki wanders alone in the TVA, picks up a TVA guidebook, and then the entire TVA begins spaghettifying. So the TVA is gone. But then, Loki gets his time slipping back. You know what, now that I have the Ganondorf amiibo, I can use one of these freely. Actually, wait. I should just use this up. It's a spear, though. It's fine. I'm saving this for, like, a critical... You know what? I'm not going to use it on you. You're not worth it. What? Wait, does using gloom weapons hurt me? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh. I didn't know that. Well, that's because I don't use my damn gloom weapons. I've been too greedy hoarding them. Oh, I didn't know that. That one up there dead? Anyways, Loki gets his time slipping back, which, this episode had me at... What the hell? This episode had me questioning a lot of stuff, which I'll get to at the end. Hey! You not only warped back, but you got your health back. What the hell? So Loki keeps on time slipping to various people that he knows, like his friends, Mobius, Casey, X5. He keeps time slipping to where they are, and I need to find this again because I forget what their names were, or specifically what Casey's name was. Because they made Casey another like real life historical character. I was about to say figure. Just like how Loki was confirmed to be D.B. Cooper in Season 1, Casey was confirmed to be Frank something in Season 2. I need to look this up. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Casey is Frank Morris. In 1962, 3 men escaped Alcatraz and were never seen again. We don't know what happened to them, although the popular theory is that they drowned in San Francisco Bay. One was named Frank. So Casey of the TVA is Frank Morris in the Sacred Timeline. Ain't that crazy? Well, the show said that, you know, they were from branch timelines, but whatever. Casey is Frank Morris. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy. And then, so, OB, I forget what his name was. I think it was AD something. Excuse me. OB gets the help of Casey's, variant. No, not, Casey is a variant. Whatever. He gets help from OB. And OB builds a prototype TemPad based on Loki giving him the TVA guidebook. So, they need to assemble the Avengers. I'm kidding. They need to assemble everyone who was there when the temporal loom melted down. So that way, they can, Loki, you know, once he controls his time slipping, can time slip back to the TVA before the loom melted down. But first, Loki needs to control his time slipping, and second, Loki needs to gather everyone so that they can get a collective temporal aura, so that they could log onto that. It's almost like coordinates, so Loki can get back to there. Because the TVA exists outside of space and time, and it's gone. So to make it back to the TVA before it was destroyed is kinda impossible. But with all these little puzzle pieces, it could be possible, and it is, based on what we see at the end of the episode. So Loki goes around, gathers all his friends, who, by the way, Mobius, his sacred timeline self, or a branch timeline of himself, is a single father of 2, works as a jet ski salesman. So that's Mobius's connection to jet skis and his love for them. But then, you know, everything begins to spaghettify, begins to unravel. Sylvie's McDonald's branch timeline is completely, like, destroyed. People were saying, like, they redid Thanos' snap again because everyone kind of dusted away. Do not blow this away, Toolan, you absolute bastard. There, aim your sneeze that way. aim it this way. Don't sneeze the direction of where I need the stuff to be. So just as like all his friends and everything, including him, spaghettifies, Loki finally gains control of his time slipping. And well, was this a little cheesy? Yeah. He goes like, it's not like controlling my time slipping. It's not about who or when or why. Wait, no, that's not right. It's not about what or when or why. It's about who. It was a little cheesy, but okay. And then Loki, you know, time slips back to the TVA just before the temporal loom melts down. And then the episode cuts. The episode ends. And I'm just like, God damn it, I want to watch the finale now! Oh, I'm so excited for the season finale. Season 2 finale of Loki. Why is it so uncomfortable for me to wear my headset today? Okay, what am I missing from Naedra? I should have a horn, as always. Yes. Do I have 10 of these? I have 10 Naedra horns? I have 3, so I'm only missing Ferocious spikes. They probably could have done more to differentiate these two by color. Let's see. Feroce, Light Dragon. I don't have a scale. Nor do I have a Talon. I have nothing from Naedra. I'll try to get a Fang, since the Fang is like the hardest out of all the ones I need to get. I don't have a bow! Never mind, not a Fang. Hiya! Okay. After all this time, I still can't get these Koroks. So, let's see. Loki time slips back to the temporal loom just before it melts down and episode ends. So, very excited to see. So, a couple of questions that I had when watching this episode, or rather after watching it. So, in the previous episode, when the temporal loom melted down, why exactly did every character get sent away except Loki? My theory, or rather, New Rockstar's theory, New Rockstars proposed a theory where the TVA has a contingency if this were to happen. The TVA just sends all their workers back to their original places in the timeline. So that would explain what happened to Mobius, Ouroboros, B15, Casey. That would explain what happened to them. But what about Loki? What about Sylvie? Loki was left behind. Loki may be working for the TVA, but he wasn't originally a variant taken from the timeline and, you know, memory erased. So that would explain why Loki was left behind, but what about Sylvie? Well, I believe Sylvie just used her master Tempad that, you know, used to belong to He Who Remains. She used that and got out of there. She probably didn't have time to, like, save anyone. She probably just only had time to... Oh, shit. She probably only had time to open the door and just save herself. So that would explain what happened to everyone except Loki. Why Loki was left there alone. And then another question I had. Like, we still don't know what caused Loki's time slipping. We still don't know that. Like, what specifically made Loki be able to time slip? Because, my, it's rather convenient that you know, once the temporal loom melted down, once all of existence is beginning to literally unravel, Loki regains the somewhat ability. I guess you could call it an ability. Loki suddenly, coincidentally, regains the ability to time slip, which is, you know, just happens to be the solution to just fixing everything. Like saving all of reality, preventing it from ever beginning to collapse in the first place. It's like, my, rather convenient. Loki just gets to the time slip again. So we still don't have that answered yet. Like, what exactly caused Loki to time slip? And then it was cured. What caused it again? Oh my god, I can't get this balloon. So we still don't have an answer for that. We don't have an answer of what caused Loki's time slip initially, and subsequently, what caused it again. Finally. Whoops. And, yeah, I guess that's, like, the biggest questions I have. Which was, why was Loki left alone? Well, that's kind of answered. And why does he time slip? We don't have an answer for that. Like, is Loki going to time slip forever now? Like, since he can control it? Because if he can, that'd be OP as hell. I imagine Loki is going to be a big player in Secret Wars against Kang. So if Loki can, you know, time slip, go back and rewrite the story, that's OP as hell. And speaking of rewrite the story, so they kind of did, you know, Loki, the god of stories, storyline for Loki. I said Loki so many times just now. And, well, first of all, I had no idea what that was. I never heard of this particular storyline. I never heard of God of Stories Loki before. And of course I did afterwards. Did I already do this? I already did this. But yeah, the name basically implies it. Loki, God of Stories, able to rewrite the stories. Like one dude I text online, who I actually need, and I'm going to do that right now. I still need to reply to him. Loki, the God of Stories. The name basically implies it. He can rewrite the stories. And I had never heard of this storyline before. Okay, forget these. So I'm very excited to see the Loki season finale. That's going to be airing a couple days from right now for me. Where's my yellow pin? Was the dragon? That means that Victor Timely's horrific death is going to be prevented. The hell was that? That was one of those giant rocks that you can just use to ascend back up. Right there. Can I? Ba-boom. Only 2. You would think a big-ass piece of rubble like that would do more than 2. Would do way more than 2. God, it's really uncomfortable for me to wear my headset today for some reason. Right. I need to look up where the next Korok is. I don't usually talk this much. So I need to drink an extra amount of water. You know, I don't have really, like, any friend at all who enjoys all the same stuff that I do. So I have no one to talk to about this stuff. I have separate friends who are into separate different things I'm into. Like, I have a friend who likes FNAF. I have a friend who likes Invincible. I have... well, in terms of real people in my life, like, actual people like I talk to in person, I have 0 people who is into The Walking Dead who I can talk to. So, like, I don't really have anyone that I could, like, just geek out about all this stuff with. So, I do it here. Regardless of if anyone watches these or not, if anyone listens to me just completely be a mega fan and just go off about this stuff, regardless of if anyone hears me say this or not, oh well. It's just, you know, me wanting to say all this stuff, okay? Me wanting to just talk about the stuff I enjoy. Saw something down here. Well, I think that's enough about talking... I think that's enough of talking about Loki. It really has, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie really was, like, the biggest talking point of today. Then again, I was reviewing, or not really reviewing. Am I considered reviewing these things right now? I'm just talking about them, which I guess that is a review. I'm just, like, talking about this stuff, and, you know, that was a movie to talk about. That wasn't just an episode of something. Oh, you know what? There was something I forgot to mention about Attack on Titan. How the founder Ymir chose Mikasa to something. It's because for whatever twisted reason, founder Ymir actually did love King Fritz. So she wanted like Mikasa to show, to prove that she was able to overcome the same thing. She loved Eren, even though Eren did terrible things. She wants Mikasa to prove that she can overcome Eren. I bet you that's a monster force down there. Challenge accepted. You know what, Nan? Give me the best defense pants I have. Alright, come here and eat these arrows. Let me know how they taste. Yep, it is a monster's forces. I'm holding my controller so weird right now. Yeah, how'd all those taste? No, I'm going for the big dog first. Better than nothing. Alright, y'all a little bit too crowded. Let's clear up the pins, the bowling pins a little bit. Oh, you know what? Speaking of pins, since last time, the Echo trailer released, and I completely forgot that Kingpin was in there. I had, like, no interest for this show. I was still gonna watch it, just for, you know, continuity's sake. But I had completely forgotten that Kingpin and even Daredevil was gonna show up in that show. My interest has, you know, spiked for it. But I'm only watching for those two. I'm not watching for Echo herself, for Maya. Like, I don't care about that character. I'm only watching for Kingpin and Daredevil. So just want to put that out there. Also, Echo would be Marvel Studios' first rated M for Mature series. That gets me a little excited too, because we hadn't seen Marvel Studios do that yet. You want some too? Fool. No, let me get a few more hits in first. Oh, there's another one of you. I thought you would have been the last one. Hey, I got a long-range weapon too. I can do that too. Oh, there's another one of you guys. Shouldn't there be a side quest for me here? If there is, well, oh well. I'll just come back and fight them again when the time comes. Ooh, yeah, definitely, since this has such a high attack up bonus. So the next Korok to go after is... Ooh, this one's a ×2. I don't usually pick up on that, so let me see if I have this one. I should. It should be this one here. Yeah, I already have this one. Okay, never mind. Then this Korok, the next one we're actually going to get is... way over here. A little lower than that. Not like it doesn't matter. Not like it matters. As long as I get to that general area. So, let's open one of these and then move on to the next one. That's probably going to be... The next one I'm talking about is probably the last one to talk about for tonight. Yeah, there's no way I can actually talk about all this good stuff in one part. I mean, I could if I would just shut up, stop rambling, and just move on. Alright, I already saw what this first card is also. So there's the Hollow Quaxley, Citadel, Tandemaus, Blissey. Didn't I get a hollow... Wait a second. Because the deck is like right... Where did I put it? There it is. Right behind. So here's the deck that I opened from last time. Didn't I get a... Yeah, I did. I got a hollow Fuecoco. And then also the hollow Pikachu. Just, you know, my greasy my greasy fat fingers. Why can't I speak? my greasy fat fingers, you know, touching these cards, these valuable cards. Yeah. There you go. Probably the only like important to get McDonald's Pokemon cards for Gen 9. All of these holo. Lovely. Anyways, what other holos do I have from this set? I have a holo cloth, like, yeah, holo cloth, and did I pull another one? The only other one I have is a holo cloth. That's it. Well, and another holo Pikachu, but like, didn't I have another? I thought I did. Oh well. So I have holo starters, Pikachu, and cloth. Cloth. What a name for a Pokemon, cloth. Like, fuck cloth. I'm not saying, like, F the Pokemon, I'm saying, like, fuck off. Like, fuck cloth. Alright. The next and final topic I'm going to talk about for today, then we'll talk about the remaining couple of topics next time. I'm going to talk about Spy X Family right now. Spy X Family Season 2, Episode 5. And, well, finally, a good episode this season. Episode 1 was alright, but everything afterwards, episodes 2, 3, and 4 were trash. My biggest complaint so far this season is that there's no coherent story. There's no overarching story. There's no season-long plot. This season so far has all been filler and pointless episodes where it's just small stories that really don't matter. You can skip the entire episodes and nothing would change. Like, that's not what I want. I would accept, like, storylines like in this episode where, you know, our characters do something that probably doesn't, you know, contribute to the overall story, but at least it's with our characters. I don't want a story about Damien or Yuri. I want a story with our family. So, in this episode, finally a good episode. Well, I say that, but this was a pretty slow-paced episode. This episode was more build-up for the next episode. This episode was build-up for next episodes, like probably more action-packed, more, you know, cool scenes. It was just a slow build-up, which is fine, because it's already, this episode alone was already 10 times better than the trash we got the past few weeks. So this episode, Thorn Princess, the assassin, gets a new job, and that is to be a bodyguard of sorts, be an escort for a VIP lady and her son of the Mafia. Escort her across the seas on a cruise. And, well, because of the lady and her son's profile, a lot of other assassins have been summoned to try to take her out. And it's your job to protect them. Now, just coincidentally, Anya uses her telekinesis, no, telepath, mind-reading powers, and wins a cruise trip. Oh, the monster tree got me again! It makes me think, are these things actually Yiga, or are they actual, like, trees? Monster trees who serve Ganondorf. Yeah, Anya just coincidentally wins a free trip on the exact same cruise. So the family is all together for a cruise vacation. And hilariously enough, they also had to add in the point that that Frankie was watching Bond back at the house. And also, this part had me, gasping for air. This part came out of nowhere. This part was so out of left field. I did not expect this to happen at all. So, beginning of the episode, Yor was taking the subway to her, job, to get her job. And Yuri was on the subway train. So, they chat, they depart ways. Yuri waves goodbye as Yor is still on the train. And then it cuts to Yor on the subway, and then it cuts back to Yuri just frantically yelling and running towards the subway. Sis! And that just caught me so off guard. It just... it was just silence. And then out of nowhere, it cut to Yuri going, Nissan! Like, just running past... running after the subway, crying and yelling for his sister. That caught me so off guard. That's like... just like a jump scare. But, okay. So, the whole family is on the cruise. With, Frankie watching Bond back at the house. And Yor is protecting this mother and son. And, well, throughout the episode, Yor is having this, like, internal conflict. Does she want... like, not want, but is there even a need for her to still be an assassin? She, the family is a cover-up, a camouflage for her. But it seems like more and more she's growing to like this life, to like her family. She doesn't want to lose it. So that makes her think, like, does she need to be an assassin anymore now that she has a family? And then they're also kind of teasing, like, maybe this will be my last mission, my last job as an assassin, as Thorn Princess. But let's be honest, they're not gonna do that. The writers, they don't got the balls to do that. They're not gonna make Yor quit being an assassin. Let's be honest, they ain't got the balls to do that. What I'm predicting is gonna happen is somehow Lloyd and Anya get tangled up in this mess. Somehow Yor's gonna protect them, keep them safe, and miraculously still hide her identity. And Yor's gonna realize, like, I can't stop being an assassin now. There are dangerous people who, threaten the safety of my family. I need to stay being an assassin and take out these scum of the earth and make the world a safer place for my family. I bet you that's what's gonna happen. Yor ain't gonna quit being an assassin. The writers ain't got the balls to do that. And besides, it's only season 2. They're not gonna make the character stop being an assassin in season 2 when we actually barely saw her doing any sort of assassinating to begin with. So yeah, they don't got the balls to make Yor quit being an assassin. But regardless, Yor is having this internal conflict of, should I still be an assassin or not? Because she's liking her life she's liking her family life. And what I picked up on is like, okay, that's 2 out of 3 family members who's beginning to like this life. Well, I say 2 out of 3. I'm thinking Yor, Lloyd, and Anya. If you count Bond, that's 4. But I'm sure Bond prefers this life more anyways. So if you want to include Bond, that's 3 out of 4 who likes this life. Of course, Anya likes this life. She has parents now. Bond likes this life. He actually has a home and a family. Yor, she seems like she's actually growing to like this life. So the only person left to grow to like this is Lloyd. Or, you know, Agent Twilight. And I'm not so sure that's gonna happen anytime soon. As much as I want that to happen, this man has time and time shown to be a stern agent. Secret agent. Like a spy. He has shown many times that, you know, this is just a mission for him. Once the mission's done, yeah, goodbye family. So he has yet to grow to, you know, want this to continue. Grow to like, I don't want this to end. I want Yor to stay my wife, and I want Anya to stay my daughter. He has yet to grow to, you know, want this permanently. And yes, I do want him to want that. But we'll see. Only time will tell. I don't know how the manga goes. I don't know how the story concludes. It can't be, you know, like... It can't be any sort of conclusion that's as bad or, you know, as questionable as, like, Oshinoko's siblings get married, right? Where's the next one? Am I just blind, or can I not see it? I don't see it. You know what? Let's just watch the guide and see where the flower went. Oh! There's no way you're telling me the flower will go all the way down there. Like where the fountain is, right? No shit! Wow, I've never seen one of these flower trails go so far before. Where's the Aracuda? Oh, I was about to shoot it since I have a shit bow. And I still can. And yeah, I can take out the stealth armor now. What? No! I wanted the attack up. Oh, I'm not standing. That's why I can't attack. So even though this episode was pretty slow paced and was just story building, it was much better than the, you know, filler trash we've been getting for the past few weeks. And it is built up to what looks like an epic and awesome story that is the next episode. Though, watch me be wrong. Watch me be wrong, and the next episode is a major letdown. And, well, I don't know if, like, fact or not, but it's like, were they saving their budget for this episode? For episode 5 this season? Because, well, don't think I didn't notice that big 3D, you know, them using 3D to animate the ship. Don't think I didn't pick up on that. So I was like, did they save their budget for, you know, 3D'ing the ship? Did they save their budget for this episode? Because, like, why did the previous episodes feel so shit? So I'm kind of thinking, like, did they really save their budget for this episode? Or, like, you know, the next 2 episodes? Because this is a 2-parter episode. Unlike the previous ones where, you know, it was just a one-off filler. Hell, the end of the previous episode, or I think it was the previous episode, they kind of ran out of budget. And, you know, I'm talking about the scene where, like, Anya goes to the pool and, like, realizes kids pee in the pool. Or rides that, like, mall, low riding, gizmo. Like, did they actually run out of budget? You know, I kind of want to get 8 more Koroks before we end just because. Whoa! I didn't think it would do that. I did that too much and I fell off. Well, I don't even need to go up now, do I? My ear is itching, hold on. Oh, you know what? I may as well. Oof. You know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to look up the McDonald's Pokemon cards set, see which one I'm missing. Oh, I see the box arts too. Like these box arts right here. I have 3 of them. I have Pikachu, Quaxly, and Fuecoco. But I see here that each of the 3 starters has one. So there's 2 Quaxlys, 2 Fuecocos, 2 Sprigatitos, 2 Pikachus, and for some reason, 2 Cititans. So that's 10 box designs. I only have 3. Okay, let's see what cards there are. What am I missing? Wait! I might only be missing one card. I am. I'm only missing 1 card. I see Sprigatito, Fuecoco, Quaxly, which I have, Pikachu, Palmy, Kilowattrel, Flittle, Sandaconda, I got all those. Cloth, Blissey, Tandemaus, Cyclizar, Kirlia, I have all those. But the ones I'm missing... What I am missing... Okay, Citadel, I have that, Citadel. But there's a Cititan card. I don't have the Cititan card. I'm missing 1 card. I have 2 more packs to open. Or is it 3? No, 2. I lost count. There's a big mess just right over here that you guys can't see. Yeah, I really should clean up. All the boxes and packs from last time, yeah, they're still sitting there. So it's a big mess. I got 2 more packs. Hopefully I can get the Cititan. Otherwise, I'm going to be buying more McDonald's Happy Meals and gaining more pounds eating McDonald's until I get that piece of cardboard. Ain't it insane, though? Like, I'm spending essentially the price of a normal Pokemon booster pack for less cards. A booster pack is like, give or take, 5, 6, 7 bucks. And you get 10 cards in there. One of them, you know, actually 11, but one of them being the promo, the code. you get 11, one of them being the code and one of them being an energy, so really 9 Pokemon cards for like 5, 6, 7 bucks. So that's like basically the price of a Happy Meal, 5, 6, 7 bucks. But these packs only have 4 cards. Then again, it makes sense since you're also buying food as well. And how many cards? 5, 10, 15. There's 15 cards in this set. Which, if you were to get 10 out of 15 per purchase, yo, that'd just be overkill. That's not it. Ooh, hello, Rushroom. Your name sounds like Restroom. Alright, so let's see. I talked about Five Nights at Freddy's. I talked about Attack on Titan finale. Talked about Loki. Talked about Spy X Family. I still have to talk about Invincible Season 2, Episode 1. Adam Eve, like the Invincible special, because like I said at the beginning, I hadn't watched that yet, but I did now. And also Fear the Walking Dead. I'll talk about those 3 next time, since, well, I'm ending this somewhat soon. I technically do have the time to talk about one more, but it's like, no one's ever gonna make it to the end of here. So, I'll save those ones for next time. Alright, ain't no fast way to get there. Man, I don't want to climb. Ah. Gonna make me climb up all this? Well, I suppose it's not that bad. As long as I put on the climbing gear. I miss Rivali's Gale. Yeah. Once again, that's gonna be crazy going back to Breath of the Wild without the ability to just move anything, or not move, but you'll move everything like anytime you want, but instead having to rely on stasis. It's gonna be crazy to think, like, you know, we can't do this in Breath of the Wild. We need stasis. What is going on up there? The hell is happening? Oh, it's a war between these things and constructs. Well, I'm not loyal to one side or the other. Ooh, 2 in 1 hit. Don't burn my stuff. Wow, this one's a thick one. Haha, I'm too low for you to actually hit me with it. Well, not that time. It's good that this one's a thick one, because I more than likely need this thing's horn. I knew I saw another one of these. Is that it? No quick way to get there. Well, stop thinking and just do something. Ooh, it's hot. Hot. And I'm tired too. At least I gained an hour to sleep, you know? So, funny story. The other day when I ended the Pokemon Terra Raid stream, my sister texted me like, "Are you gaming?" I said no. It's like, coincidentally, like I wasn't playing one of these. I was playing Pokemon, which, you know, that doesn't take as long to play. I certainly don't sit there for 3 hours doing the Terra Raids. So, you know, technically speaking, I ended the stream early. So she texted me like, are you gaming?" I said no. Like, "You want to come and pick me up?" Because she went out to dinner with her friends, but she didn't drive herself, and she didn't realize she would be eating so close. She didn't have a car, and her friends planned to like sit there until 1 a.m. chat because the bubble tea place didn't close until 1. So my sister, being tired and wanting to come home, she texted me like, "Are you gaming?" "No." "You want to come pick me up?" So for the first time, I had to go and I had to drive out at night and pick up my sister. Now, in a way, I finally have an idea of what it feels like when my parents, you know, when my sister and we would ask them to, if we could go out at night to hang with our friends, and then they needed to come and pick us up. I finally have an idea of what that feels like now. I won't truly know what that feels like until, you know, I have kids of my own and that happens. But this is the closest I'm gonna get. It felt like as if I went out at night to pick up a child. To, you know, pick up my child. I had to go out and pick up my sister at night because she had no ride and she wanted to come home. Wow. Okay. Nope. Bruh. Out of everything that could have happened. You know what? I have a... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I have a bad bow I can use. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? There were two. There you are. Wasn't there a rock up here? Did the rock fall down there? What happened? Wait, I could have sworn there was a rock up there. Did it really fall down here? Where am I going? Okay. No, of course that wasn't it. Where is there another one missing? I don't see another one missing. Is it just not positioned well enough? Needy ass game. So one here. I want to get 5 more Koroks before I end for, you know, no particular reason. That means I'm going to be playing pretty late. It's already 12:32 a.m. right now. What's tomorrow? Monday? I don't have to end by using my amiibos. I can, well, assuming I do play tomorrow. You know, you never know what could happen. Something could come up. But assuming I do play tomorrow, I could just start off with my amiibos, because technically, it's the same day. It's past midnight now, but if I play tomorrow, before midnight, it'll still be the same day. Ooh, I need those. And you know what? I'm gonna put on my stealth armor just in case. Oh, I should have guessed. I should have guessed it was one of these. Okay, they gave me a steak and a time bomb. No, that's not a bomb. That's a stabilizer? What's it called? What is that? Splashing over there. Gee, I would not have guessed. You know what, let's try using what they actually provided for me. So I need a nice long board. What is this supposed to be? Just a plank? No, that's like a log. That's not what I wanted to do. Wow, this is incredibly slow. That's because Link is walking in the water. Alright, let's position this. Good enough. Well, as long as we're up there, you know? That was too far. Can I maybe, like, see where that oh, jeez. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. I can fix this. Just need to keep a close eye when it is above us. Where's it at? Oh shit. Oh shit. Too far. Where is that? Is it down there? Yeah, the Korok resetted. Let's try this again, shall we? But this time, not all the way at the very end. Maybe like somewhere in the middle is fine. Not bad, I think. Well, it depends. Once we get up there, where's it at? It didn't go back down there again, did it? No, but I heard it somewhere over here. There you are. Okay, so you were up here. Good enough. Actually, I should just do this. No! Oh, shit. I should just leave it at this and stop it instead of trying to use Ultra Hand to catch it. Alright, good enough. Oh. Wow, that's a lot of stuff happening in that direction. Is that a Lynel? It is. I'm not gonna fight a Lynel right now. I'm too tired. I've been playing this game for 3 hours with no bathroom breaks. Okay, I already got that one. Great. Because if I didn't, I would have had to go past where the Lynel was. And now would have been the time that I get this. This one. In all honesty, this is probably faster. I'm sweating too, like it's hot in here. And you know what? 3 hours playing a game, that'll do that to you. Your body starts to tell you, yo, enough is enough. Like, you know, You need to rest 3 hours, like your body is trying to tell you stop and go and take a break. Almost done. Almost done, I promise. Body, myself. Oh my god. What do I do to myself sometimes? Okay, this one I'm seeing is like a unique one. This one looks like a one-of-a-kind kind of puzzle. In a way. Well, you'll see in a moment once we get there. Alright, so we see this little altar right here. But there's 3 statues, so what we need to do is we need to fit 3 apples in there. See, that's the problem. Aw, shit. That's the problem. They could fall, and I just lost an apple. Well, technically I didn't lose one. It's just I did not gain the one that was already sitting here. No, wait, what am I doing? Alright, I'm gonna do one last Korok, and that'll be it for tonight. I don't have the one here. Then again, why would I? I've never been here before, or have I? Should I just go to Kakariko, or should I just... I guess I'm... yeah, I'm close enough. I could just fly there. This will be the last Korok for today. God, I'm so tired. And I did this to myself. I chose to sit here and play for 3 hours. Wait, Hylian tomato? There's usually 2. No, turn it off! Christ! Okay, there it is. I'm curious. Would this work? Do I have my... Okay, does just a dash work? Nope. Okay, spin attack it is. It does work. Alright, that's the last Korok we're gonna get for today, and I wanted to end on 420 seeds. Nice. Alright, that is way enough. I'm not gonna use my amiibos to end off. I'll just start next time by using them. Oops, I was supposed to do something in my Pokemon Go at midnight. Whoops. Well, that's okay. I had one job, and that was not to forget. And what do? Forget. Oh, it's fine. You know, for a second, I was wondering, like, did I mention I got a shiny Genesect today? Yeah, I did. I did mention that. Is there a boog on that tree? Nope. Okay. I'm not gonna do any more. I'm done. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.